The Golden Age begins, re-evaluating Doctor Who's Rose. Rose isn't just an episode of Doctor Who, it's a cultural reset, a masterclass in soft rebooting that redefined a beloved franchise for a new generation. When Russell T Davies, the visionary showrunner, brought Doctor Who back to our screens in 2005, he faced a monumental task: to honour decades of intricate lore, while simultaneously making it accessible and exciting for an audience largely unfamiliar with its rich history. The brilliance of Rose lies in its elegant simplicity and its profound understanding of what makes Doctor Who resonate. It didn't just reintroduce the Doctor, it reintroduced the idea of the Doctor, the wonder, the danger, and the sheer joy of adventure, all through the eyes of an ordinary shop assistant named Rose Tyler. This essay will delve into how Rose achieved this delicate balance, examining its narrative choices, character introductions, and its lasting impact on the show's revival. We'll explore how it seamlessly integrated classic elements like the Autons while crafting a fresh, contemporary feel, ultimately proving itself to be the perfect jumping on point for millions of new fans and a triumphant return for a British institution. The relatable everywoman, Rose Tyler as audience surrogate. The genius of Rose begins with its titular character, Rose Tyler, is deliberately crafted as an everywoman. You first meet her in a time-lapse and montage of her mundane daily routine: work at Henry's department store, a quick point with her boyfriend, Mickey, and back home with her mum, Jackie. She's relatable, perhaps even a little stuck, and crucially, she knows nothing of the Doctor's universe. This is deliberate and highly effective narrative strategy.
Open the gate! Use that tube thing, come on!
Sonic screwdriver.
Use it!
Nah. Tell you what, let's go in here.
Can't I just add a wooden box? It's gonna get her! Doctor!
The assembled hordes of Genghis Khan couldn't get through that door, and believe me, they've tried. Now, shut up a minute. You see, the arm is too simple, but the head's perfect. I can use it to trace the signal back to the original source. Right. Where do you want to start?
The inside's bigger than the outside?
Yes?
It's alien.
Yeah.
Are you alien?
Yes. Is that all right?
Yeah.
It's called the TARDIS, this thing. T-A-R-D-I-S. That's time and relative dimension in space. That's okay. Culture shock.
As Rose learns about the TARDIS, the Time Lords, and the alien threats lurking in the shadows, so too does the audience. Her surprise is our surprise, her fear is our fear, and ultimately, her wonder is our wonder. Davies understood that for the revival to succeed, it needed a strong emotional core. Rose provides that. She isn't a damsel in distress, nor is she a preternaturally gifted prodigy. She's a young woman looking for something more, and in the Doctor, she finds an escape, an adventure, and a purpose. This grounding in relatable human experience is what makes the fantastical elements of the show all the more believable and engaging. The audience isn't just watching a science fiction show, they're experiencing it alongside Rose. Furthermore, the episode subtly establishes the Ninth Doctor, Christopher Eccleston, through Rose's perspective. He's enigmatic, a little dangerous, and carries the weight of an unseen past. His abrupt entrances and exits, his quick wit, and his moments of profound sadness are all filtered through Rose's reactions, allowing new viewers to piece together the Doctor's character organically. Russell decided not to show the regeneration from a previous Doctor was a bold choice, but it reinforced the idea that this was a fresh start, accessible to all without the needful prior knowledge of the show's extensive continuity. The familiar threat reimagined, the Autons and the nesting consciousness. One of the most effective ways Rose bridged the gap between classic and new Doctor Who was through the reintroduction of an iconic villain, the Autons, controlled by the malevolent nesting consciousness. For long-time fans, this was a nostalgic nod to the show's past, specifically their appearances in Spearhead from Space, 1970, and Terror of the Autons, 1971. For new viewers, the concept of living plastic mannequins was immediately unsettling and visually striking. The episode doesn't rely on prior knowledge of these villains. Instead, it quickly re-establishes their threat. They are plastic beings seeking to conquer the Earth for a new food supply, a simple yet effective motivation. The visual execution of the Autons in Rose was also a key factor in their success. The unnerving movements of shop window dummies, the chilling transformation of Mickey Smith into a plastic doppelganger, and a climactic attack in the shopping centre all contributed to the sense of immediate danger and spectacle. This grounded the fantastical element in a contemporary setting, making the threats feel real and immediate to a modern audience. Crucially, the episode also introduced the concept of the Doctor having fought in a devastating war, a conflict that resulted in the loss of the nesting consciousness homeworld. This subtle yet powerful revelation hints at a deeper, darker past for the Doctor, a past that would become a central theme throughout the revived series. It adds a layer of gravitas to the Doctor's character, explaining his melancholic undertones and his fierce determination to protect Earth. This was a brilliant piece of world building by Davies, providing a compelling backstory without bogging down new viewers in exposition. The RTD vision and modern mythology. Russell T Davies' vision for the revived Doctor Who was clear: to create a modern mythology that was both accessible and emotionally resonant. He aimed to lighten the pace with 45-minute episodes, drawing inspiration from American series like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Smallville, particularly their use of season-long story arcs and big bad villains. This approach allowed for a more serialised narrative while still maintaining episodic adventures. Davies also made deliberate choices regarding the Doctor himself. Christopher Eccleston's 9th Doctor was designed to be more down-to-earth and stripped down than previous incarnations, yet still possessing the fun and humour. His iconic leather jacket costume, conceived by Davies, further contributed to this action man aesthetic, ensuring the clothes didn't overshadow the character. The casting of Billie Piper as Rose was also a strategic move. Davies described Rose as the ordinary person who stumbles into something extraordinary and finds herself their equal. By including Rose's working class family, Jackie Tyler and Mickey Smith, Davies aimed to make her real and give her a life, a departure from many previous companions. This grounded the fantastical element in a relatable domestic setting, making the show a more approachable for a wider audience. Critical reception and fan reactions, a triumphant return. Rose was a resounding success, both critically and with audiences. It garnered 10.81 million viewers in the UK, making it the most watched Doctor Who episode since 1979. The critical reception was largely positive, praising its accessibility, pacing, and the performances of Eccleston and Piper. While some minor criticisms emerged regarding its humour, the overall consensus was that Doctor Who has returned with a bang. For long-time fans, Rose was a moment of immense relief and excitement. Many had waited years for the show's return, and Davies' approach, which respected the past while boldly stepping into the future, was widely appreciated. The reintroduction of classic elements like the Autons, coupled with a fresh narrative style, struck a perfect balance. New viewers, on the other hand, found an exciting, engaging, and easy-to-understand entry point into a vast, imaginative universe. The episode's ability to explain core concepts, the TARDIS, the Doctor's nature, the threat of the Autons, without heavy exposition, was frequently highlighted as a key strength by those new to the franchise. The outsider's perspective. To truly gauge the effectiveness of Rose as a jumping-on point, one need only look to the experience of new viewers. As one friend who had never seen the show before remarked, after watching the episode, it was a perfect start. Their reasoning was simple yet profound. The episode was clear, concise, and able to explain what the TARDIS was, who the villains were, and who the Doctor was. This first-hand account underscores the episode's success in achieving its primary goal, to be an accessible entry point for a new generation of fans, proving that you don't need decades of prior knowledge to understand and enjoy the magic of Doctor Who. Conclusion: a perfect soft reboot. Rose stands as a testament to the power of a well-executed soft reboot. It successfully reintroduced Doctor Who to a new generation, while simultaneously reigniting the passion of its long-standing fanbase. By focusing on a relatable human character in Rose, reimagining a classic villains like the Autons for a modern audience, and implementing Russell T Davies' clear and accessible vision, the episode achieved what many thought impossible. It made Doctor Who relevant, exciting, and essential once more. It didn't force viewers to delve into decades of lore, instead it invited them on an adventure, promising the golden age of Doctor Who that truly began with a single, perfect Rose.